Good morning. 28 March. I guess you've all been waiting for an update on the van build. I've been busy with some family obligations and I haven't been able to get at it, but I've done a little bit. I'll show you what I've done so far. So we got a 2013 Econoline 250 here. And we're doing a simple van build. Simple van build. What did I describe before? You can go back and watch my last video, or second last, whatever it was. My intentions were. So I have these panels I bought off a lad in Chatham, Ontario, way down south. I'm way up north, sort of north, mostly north. And they were a pretty good deal. And I thought that's going to be a lot faster to do a quick interior build as opposed to studding all the walls with each little piece of wood custom cut and to fit, and then fitting insulation in between, and it'd be super insulated. It was driving me crazy. I was losing interest pretty quick. So these panels really make nice quicker work of it. So as I described before, my intention was to use Kill Mat, a neoprene stick-on foam with a reflective backing on it. But I'm cheap, so I bought this Silas stuff off of Amazon, and it's a almost a 1/4 inch wide stick-on foam, no reflective. But as I described before, this is not going to be a winter camping van. I know all you van life pros and builders are losing your minds right now. It's like, that's not the way you do it. And vapor barrier, no vapor barrier. Well, as I said before, no vapor barrier. I don't want moisture getting behind anything and staying there. I want to be able to breathe out, so I figured this is the way. So where I started was the sheep's wool insulation that I purchased from, shout out to Sage Restoration in Tamworth, Ontario, just above Kingston. They do sell this stuff. So I didn't order online. I went for a nice country drive and went down and picked it up. It's beautiful stuff. It's not toxic. It doesn't get moldy. It can breathe out moisture if it takes it in. Lovely. I probably bought too much. So where I started was the headliner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 push pins, ribbed push pins. You need a fork to pull them out. And you can get that insulation right in there, right up to the windshield, just about. Insulation's on average about that thick, an 1.5 inches or so, maybe 2, depending on packing. So we started there, and then on this side, we stuffed in sheep's wool insulation where we could, such as in the tail light cavity. Pulled the tail light out. I'm in the process of doing this side right now, actually. Let me jump around. I got a string fed up here, coming out here, tied on here, and I'll pull some up for in here. That's how I did this side too, by using a string. Got that all nicely filled in, and the tail light was out. I was able to shove it up in my hand. I used string to run it across here. And so speaking of the side that's got the wall already pinned down, I just put in sheep's wool insulation where I could. Like in these cavities. You could try and sneak some in up here. It'd be very difficult. I think Sprinter vans have more squareness and access to get insulation like that in. So we'll get it in where we can. But otherwise, we're going to line this with that Silas foam matting. This is not, as I said, a winter camping van. It's for summer. It'll be ventilated. We're more concerned with keeping the heat out, and reflective would be nice, but I'm too cheap. If I have enough foam, I'll line the ceiling here and use sheep's wool insulation with some strapping boards here, and then I will cedar tongue and groove the top. I still have to put a roof vent in up there. Yeah, so that's where I'm at with the interior. I've got all the wiring done. This is the existing wiring that came with it. This is a Webasto gas heater right here, and it had the turn on switch mounted over there somewhere. I've taken it all down and the power wire that goes to the battery banks that came with the vehicle. It came with 4 6-volt batteries and over 400 amp hours of power. You could run saws and everything all day. I'm only going to put 2 batteries back in. They're lead acid, so they're really heavy. So 2 will do. I'll have to get them vented to the floor somehow, because lead acid breathes flammable vapors of sulfuric acid. So all the electrical, this will be a light that I took down, all the electrical has been extended from here, where the fuse box used to be. Where'd the fuse box go? That's amongst here too. The fuse box, which powered the few things that the van came with, will all be here under the bed. So the wires have been extended to the fuse box. This is all taken off for the heater. It'll all be under the bed. And the power wire going to the battery isolator up front, and the alternator is right here. Live wire. I've installed a ground down here. I might run one big wire out to a ground bank on the bed frame. The bed frame, my idea so far is my daughter's old IKEA bed. It's a full size, I think it is. Not a queen, but a full. Not a double, full. This seems to, yeah, come out here somewhere. So I think that will do. And I could make a... Sorry. My battery died. I'm back. Got a fresh battery. Let's sum this up. Where was I? What was I talking about? Insulation, squeeze it in the cavity, blah, blah, blah. Cover all this with the foam matting. Yes. Some other complications, if I can move on. This is the gist of it. Actually, down the road, because I want to take a trip by May across the country in Canada, I'm probably not going to have time to put like a cabinet or a countertop here. If I do, great. If not, no big deal. We'll have a bunch of totes and things. Another problem, and you run into many when you do these, is I bought some RV windows, which aren't hard to put in. It's a little traumatizing cutting into your van, but they're about yay big. They're about a foot or so big, maybe more, square. This is curved. I put the frame on that will go on the inside, and it kind of rocks like this. And just the thought of cutting into this nice bright red paint was causing me great anxiety anyway. I don't know if you can see the curve. So given that, I scrapped the idea. Kind of an expensive mistake. I hope I can sell those and get some money back. I'll make it a hell of a deal for you. The Max fan is going to go probably here or here. Depends on these roof racks. Most likely here. And my plan is to remove the back window of the door. And I bought some black plexiglass. I don't know if it's see-through or just completely black, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to cut it to match this window. Remove the window, put in the plexiglass, and put a lesser Max fan. Not a Max fan, but it's a low profile with a door that opens. So I'll have it pointing down so the door can open out like this. And bolt it back in. Maybe add more bolting screws if I have to, so it seals well. It has some sort of seal spacer in here. I'll have to reuse that on the plexiglass. And I've already run wires inside through some conduit, or loom as they call it, and it seems to close okay. I've already checked. And they come out down here where all the electrical will be housed under the bed. Nice and neat and tied down. So that's the plan. That's the plan for the van. I know some of you would like to see a in progress, set up the camera or watch me work and all that. Not going to happen. If that upsets you, then you'll have to go look for one of those videos. This is just a very simple, cheap guy's way of doing it. And we want a little bit of insulation just to keep some heat out. And when it gets cold, keep some heat in. We got our heater. I mean, I've used this heater with no insulation and it works great. So I'm more concerned about staying cooler. So ventilation is very important. And keeping things dry, getting condensation out. So that's it. That's all we've got for now. Good boy. Frisbee. Frisbee. Yeehaw. So, that is the brief update on the building of the camper van. I hope the hell I can get at it and get it done. We're almost at April. I'd like to get on the road by the end of April, beginning of May. We'll see. See what happens. I have not been making a lot of videos because, as I said, life got busy. And I've been making a bunch of shorts on my morning walks. I make sure I usually have time for that with the dogs. So check those out. They're kind of fun little things. Mostly me and the dogs. I did want to shout out to Steve Wallace's channel, Camping with Steve from Edmonton. He's pretty big in Canada and the US. His buddy, Crazy Neighbor, passed away. And I just did a condolences video on that, a short, under 1 minute video. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned. I'll try and do another update when I get a little further ahead. And have a great day. Beautiful weather. Happy spring.